Sometimes it doesn't start with a crime. It starts with a story. An Instagram story, a 10-second video, a sunset, a location tag. You post it, you forget it. But someone doesn't. Social media gives us the illusion of control. We think we choose who sees our lives, but there are people who never react. They don't like, they don't comment, they don't message, they just watch, quietly, and they remember. A month before everything happened, Mia posted a short clip from an old wooden house in the woods. We were there for just one day with a larger group of friends. The place was isolated, one gravel road, no neighbors. In the video, she walked through the hallway and said, "I could totally live here for a week." It sounded like a joke. To us. To someone else, it sounded like a promise. There was a guy there that day, Artyom. He wasn't part of our close circle. He came with someone else. Quiet, observing, detached. He didn't talk much, but he watched Mia, longer than normal, longer than comfortable. When we were leaving, he said something strange. "You'll come back here." She smiled politely, forgot about it. He didn't. A month later, we decided to rent that same house, 4 of us, 1 week before university started again. It was unusually cheap, almost suspiciously cheap, but we thought we were lucky. We didn't ask why no one else had booked it. The owner didn't want to meet in person. The keys were inside a lockbox. The code was sent in a short message. No greeting, no small talk. Wi-Fi password is on the fridge. That was it. When we arrived, the house looked the same. Same wooden stairs, same narrow hallway, same smell of pine and old paint. But something felt recently disturbed. Not abandoned, not dusty, just waiting. That evening was normal. Music, takeout, laughter. We created a group chat and called it Forest Survivors. Just a joke. There were 4 of us. At 2:11 a.m., my phone vibrated. New message in the group. I assumed it was a meme. It wasn't. The message said, "Why are you still awake?" No name, just text. I looked up. Daniel was asleep on the couch. Kareem was brushing his teeth. Mia was in the kitchen. "Very funny," I said. No one responded. My phone vibrated again. I opened the participant list. 5 members. There were 5 members in the chat. We were 4. The 5th account had no profile picture, no number, just a single character as a name. A dot. Then another message appeared. "Don't turn around." I was facing the hallway, and only then did I realize the hallway light was on. We were sure we had turned it off. At that moment, we still believed it was a glitch, a prank, a coincidence. We didn't understand yet. He wasn't introducing himself, he was making sure we noticed him. At first, we tried to explain it. Glitches happen, group chats bug out, random accounts appear. Maybe someone accidentally added a contact. Kareem took my phone. "To add someone, you need confirmation," he said. No one confirmed anything. The 5th account was just there. Then another message appeared. "I was here before you." Daniel opened the Wi-Fi settings. "If this is someone nearby, they're connected." There were 5 devices on the network, 4 phones and 1 unknown device. No brand name, no model, just a label. Home. Signal strength, full, stronger than ours. "Is that the TV?" Mia asked. "The TV isn't connected," Kareem replied. He disconnected the unknown device. It disappeared. For 1 second. Then it reappeared, connected, signal 100%. My phone vibrated again. "Don't disconnect me." No emojis, no punctuation, just a statement. That was the moment the house stopped feeling like a rental and started feeling occupied. We turned off the music. Silence expanded instantly. You don't realize how loud a house is until everything goes quiet. The refrigerator humming, wood settling in the walls, the ticking clock, and then a soft creak upstairs. The 2nd floor was empty. We had checked earlier. 2 unused bedrooms, no personal belongings. Kareem went up with his flashlight. We listened to his footsteps, slow, careful. After a moment, he called down, "There's no one here." Almost at the same time, another message appeared. "He's looking in the wrong place." Mia turned toward the window. Outside was nothing but darkness, just our reflection in the glass. But for half a second, it looked like someone was standing behind us. We froze. Kareem came back downstairs. "There's nothing." My phone vibrated again. "I'm outside." And then we heard it. Gravel. A single step. Pause. Another step. Measured. Not running. Not hiding. Walking. Daniel switched off the lights. The room fell into darkness. Only the glow of my screen remained. We moved carefully toward the window, and that's when we saw him. A silhouette near the tree line, standing still, facing the house, not trying to break in, not shouting, just watching. Mia whispered a name. "Artyom." Another vibration. This time a photo, sent to the group, taken seconds earlier. Our house from outside, the light visible through the window, the angle, from the woods. He wasn't guessing. He wasn't bluffing. He could see us, right then. Kareem rushed back to the router settings. He opened the connection logs. The device labeled Home had connected to the network yesterday, and the day before, and 3 days before that. We hadn't been there yet. Mia slowly said, "I posted this morning that we were driving here." She had tagged the location, added a countdown sticker. He didn't just know the place, he knew the time. My phone vibrated again. "You're home again?" This one was sent directly to her, not the group, her. Then we heard it, closer now, not on gravel, on wood. The porch. A soft shift of weight, and then a quiet metallic click. Someone testing the front door handle. It was no longer a digital intrusion. He wasn't behind a screen, he was on the other side of the door. We didn't panic right away. That's the strange thing. When something terrifying happens, your brain looks for logic, for a mistake, for an explanation that makes it smaller. Kareem locked the front door again, double-checked the handle. "It's secure," he whispered. But secure didn't mean safe. Mia's phone vibrated. A private message, not in the group chat, just to her. "You said you hate the dark." She froze. A month earlier, when we first visited the house, the power had flickered for a minute. She had laughed nervously and said, "I hate the dark." Only the people inside that house heard it. And him. Another message appeared in the group chat. "I rented this place first." We stared at the screen. Daniel opened our booking confirmation email. The host account had been created only weeks ago. No reviews, no history, no profile photo, just a generic name. Another message. "I knew you'd come back." Kareem scrolled through the rental listing. The photos looked familiar. Too familiar. Not promotional shots. They were taken from angles Mia had filmed in her story. Same hallway, same framing, as if someone had recreated her perspective. The next message came slowly. "I just made it easier for you." That's when it clicked. He hadn't stumbled upon us. He hadn't randomly followed her. He anticipated. He waited. He secured the house first, then relisted it at a lower price, making sure we'd choose it, making sure she would. We heard movement again, not at the front door this time, the side of the house. Soft steps along the wall, testing, listening. Kareem checked the back entrance, locked, but when he pushed gently, it shifted slightly. The latch hadn't fully caught. Someone had tried it before. Mia's phone vibrated again. "If you come outside alone, no one gets hurt." No threats, no rage, just calm certainty. Daniel finally called the police. Signal was weak. The call cut twice before connecting. He gave the address, spoke quietly, trying not to let his voice shake. Outside, the silhouette moved closer to the porch light. For the first time, we saw his face clearly. It was Artyom. but not the quiet background presence we remembered. His expression was composed, almost patient, like someone waiting for a delayed appointment. Another message. "You promised you'd come back." She never promised anything. She posted a story. He built the rest in his mind. Then, a sudden impact. The back door shook, not kicked, pushed hard, testing resistance. Another push, stronger. Mia covered her mouth to stop from crying out. And then we heard something worse than banging. Breathing, close, right outside the thin wooden panel. Slow, steady. Her phone lit up again. "You don't need them." In that moment, it wasn't about breaking in. It wasn't about violence. It was about control. He believed he had a connection. He believed this was mutual. In the distance, we finally heard it. A siren. Faint, but getting closer. The footsteps outside changed, faster now. Gravel crunching, branches snapping. He wasn't running wildly. He was retreating strategically, like someone who believed there would be another chance. We didn't move. We didn't speak. We just waited for the sound of police tires on gravel. And none of us realized yet. This didn't start with the house. It started months earlier, with silent views, and no privacy settings in the world can show you who's watching without blinking. The police arrived 12 minutes after the call connected. 12 minutes doesn't sound long, but when someone is outside your door, it stretches. We heard officers moving through the yard, commands shouted into the dark. They found him less than 200 meters from the road. He wasn't hiding, he wasn't running anymore. He was sitting on a fallen tree, waiting. According to the report, he said only one thing. She would have come out. Not angry, not desperate, certain. They searched his backpack. Inside were a second phone, a power bank, gloves, a folding knife, rope, and a stack of printed photos of Mia. On the back of each photo were handwritten notes. She smiles at me here. She knows I'm close. She's just nervous. But what unsettled investigators the most wasn't what he carried that night. It was what they found later, on his laptop. He had been tracking her for 11 months. Screenshots of stories, saved posts, archived live videos, a folder labeled, "When She's Alone," another titled, "Patterns." He logged times she posted, locations she tagged, days her friends weren't visible in photos. He wasn't impulsive, he was methodical. The house wasn't the beginning, it was escalation. He rented it first, created a new hosting account, reposted the listing, lowered the price, waited. And when Mia posted that she was thinking about going back, he knew it would work. During questioning, he never described it as stalking. He described it as building something. He believed they had a connection. He believed silence meant consent. He believed watching meant closeness. The detective told us something later. The most dangerous ones aren't always loud. They're patient. We left the house that morning. Mia deleted her social media accounts, changed her number, moved apartments 3 months later. But she still avoids posting in real time. She waits days, sometimes weeks. Because once you realize that someone can reconstruct your life from fragments you freely share, you don't see platforms the same way. The unsettling part is this. He never sent her a single message before that night. Not one. He didn't need to. In his mind, they were already connected. And if the police had arrived 5 minutes later, if the back latch had fully opened, if she had decided to just talk to him to calm him down, we don't know. What we do know is this. It didn't start with a break-in. It started with a view, a silent one. So now, when I post something online, I don't think about who liked it. I think about who didn't.